Good morning, good morning, good morning, fellow YouTubers. Hey. So, I just watched a 2-year-old video by Ichimochi about Sturgis. And it's a good video. I recommend you watch it. The main thing, covers about how Sturgis has changed and how in the old days it was like the Old West. People could camp out in any vacant lot. So every vacant lot, even in the city, was just filled with, blue collar, not wealthy bikers that literally lived the lifestyle and rode their bikes there versus, more recently, a lot of people trailer their bikes in, and he explains the word rub, rich urban biker, and how it's changed and that it's much more about money. And he said there's one campground, or I think, that will charge you like $2,000 a week to stay there, and people pay it. Wow, so Sturgis has really, really changed. So it's kind of like a modern version of Disneyland for dress-up bikers, almost, because, for even 2 years ago, he's saying, you're going to have at least, I think 70-80%, he said, is going to be rubs, really wealthy people that bought their way into the biker scene, biker culture. So a fellow YouTuber that a lot of you are familiar with the process, he's going, and he's really excited. He's hooking up places for them to stay, to get there along the way. He's getting some people to go with him, and I would love to go. But I just found out I have some bad news that's going to cost me about $4,500. And that's about my whole bankroll. That's about all my savings. And so I'm going to have to, I have summers off. I work in education. I'm going to have to stay home and work. Maybe do Uber. So yeah, still strapped to adulthood, because out of 28 years of having this job, this is the first year that I don't start work so soon at the end of summer that I couldn't even consider going. This is the first year that I could go and stay for like August 3rd, 4th, and 5th, and then hightail it home to get ready for the new work year, the new, so the new year. So he also talked about how so many of the riders up there are inexperienced riders, novices. And so just with, that kind of scene, I mean, I don't want to rain on anyone's parade. I know I'd have a good time seeing all those gorgeous Harleys, just walking from saloon to saloon and seeing all the girls, the quote-unquote biker girls dressed in leather and lace. That's always a good combination, right? Leather and lace. So yeah, I know I'd have a good time, but just seems kind of dangerous and expensive. So there's gonna be a lot of cops. You do any drunk driving on your motorcycle, you better be ready to have a DUI, have that $7,000 in your savings account ready to go. Everything's manicured, manipulated, supervised, so much different than how it was in the 70s, where it was just kind of like the Old West. And so I don't know, but makes me think of that old song from the 70s, sign everywhere, sign. It's like bikers and following rules don't really go together that well. But you're inviting all these bikers into a town where it's all rules and it's all, capitalistic ventures to take as much money out of your pocket as possible. So, but I know I'd have a good time all the same. Um, but I've always got an eye on my pocketbook, and that would be a little bit hard to deal with. But anyways, whoever's going, great. I mean, I was on the phone with Scooter Tramp Scotty about a month ago, and he was saying he said like 2 or 3 times to try to get me to commit to going. He said this might be the last year. He said that like 2 or 3 times, and he's coming from a point of view that freedoms and rights are being taken, and he really thinks that way. So that kind of got me motivated to want to go. But then this thing happened yesterday where I'm out, almost $5,000, and once again, just have to focus on responsibility and doing what's right. So, but there you have it. There's my situation with Sturgis. I would love to go. Everyone that can go should, but don't drink and drive. Bring a lot of money, and be prepared to fight that temptation to buy all these Sturgis shirts and Sturgis memorabilia and chain wallets and biker stuff. So that'd be tempting to buy a lot of cool stuff. So I guess if you can afford it, open that pocketbook and buy as much as you can. If you can't, be ready to fight that temptation to buy a lot of stuff that'll end up in the closet within a few months. I don't mean to sound pessimistic. I guess I'm just a little bit upset that I can't go. But anyone that's going, you're going to have a great time. And I'd like to hear about past memories. Anyone that wants to leave a comment that's been, because I've never been with this job for 28 years. Leave a comment. Let me know what you loved about it, what you didn't like about it. Love to hear about it. Talk to you later.